So one of the things I said I was going to do here is do a little quick tour of the body shell, just so you can see what I'm working with, because I'm absolutely flabbergasted by the condition of this thing. It's amazing. So what I've done is the front apron valance, whatever that thing is called, is just hanging there. I've lifted the bonnet off, so we can have a look at that. Have to watch out for the work lights there, as always. The old staring into the sun routine. So you can see the underside of the bonnet here. If you look even look at the seams. That's the leading edge, front of the car. I don't know, leading edge, front of the car, whatever. As you can see, there's not even a hint of rust or ugliness anywhere. Absolutely blown away by this. And maybe I can pick up down here. These are the little vent slits, whatever they're called, at the back of the bonnet. What I think I'm going to do, maybe, depending on how I'm feeling, is weld this closed with a little panel and then drill a series of holes along there for vent instead. I don't know, whatever this diameter of my finger is there, quarter of an inch, I don't know. Just a series of them along there. I think one of the racing TRs had that, and it looks kind of smart. Probably not very functional or practical, and probably a pain in the ass to do, but I think it looks kind of smart. Again, you can see there's scrapes, and there might be some kind of fitment issues. I'm saying that, what a lot of rubbish I'm talking. Nothing's bolted down, it's not even on a chassis, so it's impossible really to say that. But as you can see, look, even along the bottom edge here, down by the indicator, look at that, there's just nothing wrong with this front. I'll flick back up and you can see, if we look along at the angle, look at that, there's barely even a dent in the front, or, you know, I thought I spotted a little ding along here somewhere, but just doesn't seem to be one. Dings, they always pop up where you don't want them. A little in-joke there. If you come in here, obviously there's no engine in here. The horns are still there for some reason, but you can see around these inner wings, hopefully the light's not screwing you up too much and you can actually see some of this. There's nothing, there's just no hint, no mess. There's some blue paint there. Not quite sure what that's all about. Not entirely sure at all. There you can see the hole where the battery box used to be, and you probably can't make out the really straight edges. It looks like it's just been cut off. I'm sure it's been rotten at some point in time, but you can see the top of the battery box. It's all still there, it's just a little bit old and bashed. Even down here, which I was quite impressed about, even down here under where the master cylinder is, not a lot of leakage, not a lot of anything. Heater hoses, I presume, these are coming out because I'm not having heater. Front wings again, look at that, nothing. Bottom of the front wing, solid. You can see the front sills, the outer sill plate cover things, solid. The doors, like the gaps are pretty good, all the way down. It's obviously hanging a little bit, but you know, whatever. We come around in here, we've got two what I think are rod seats, but I thought at first it was just covers. But I'm not sure, I don't really know. One's got the white piping, one doesn't. I don't know. That's not for now, that's for a while away yet. On the inside, they sort of showed this briefly before. You can see the gauges, all pretty clean, all pretty good. All the knobs are there, the lights are there. There's even the glove box, it's there. It's not away, it's there. It's got the side screens with it. Got the connectors for the side screens there. I'm sure this is getting a bit dark because I'm staring directly at the light. The floors, you can't quite see. The floors are good till about the front of the doors. The floors are good to the doors. And then it gets a little bit, there's no point even trying. It gets a little bit holy. Oh, you might even be able to see it better there. Right in the centre of the floor, almost directly under the brake pedal there. There's a little hole, there's a few little patches. I don't know, I might try and just patch the floors. I mean, new ones are reasonably cheap. 120 bucks or something for a new 50, 150, I don't know. They're not super expensive, but I might just patch them. I mean, I don't know, have a look at that in some time in the future. As I say, obviously a side screen car, obviously. Side screens are with it, they're over there, lurking behind the windscreen somewhere. You can almost make them out. A lot of this stuff over here is actually just rubbish. There's boxes and old dampers and old busted away to hell bushes and things like that that are no use to anyone. Obviously, hood frame on there. I've got a tonneau cover sitting there. I made this a tonneau car with aero screens on it. A junk old bit of trim. you can maybe see, nah, it's going to be too dark, but you know, you can see the back of the, you can't see that. The back of the floors are good. When we come around the back here, shift the tonneau cover again, come around the back, the gas tank's still in it, the petrol tank's still in it. The the boot lid's still there, obviously. Here's one or two of the dings I was talking about, the dents, dings. If I come down, might be easier if I look across actually. You can maybe see, and it's maybe hard to make out in the camera, but you can maybe see it kind of, actually if I lay this piece of yellow stuff, that's not going to work. There's a dent there, it looks kind of like, it's almost the size of a, you can't quite see it, it's almost like the size of a rugby ball, but it's not deep. Oh, you can see it there maybe. And there's one or two little nicking behind the latch thing there. It looks like it's had the Zeus clips on the back and the holes have been filled. On the rear valance, which is probably going to be really hard to see, there's like golf ball, a couple of golf ball sized dents. But then it's kind of tight up against the garage door here. Yeah, it's not going to be enough light. You can see, maybe hear better than see. That's tapping on the bottom underneath the tyre cover. There's just no real rust in there. There's no point in trying to look in there because it's pitch black dark. But I mean, it's just in good shape. When I open the boot and look in, oh, you can almost make that out. It's kind of hard to make out. It's too dark, I think. I need to get some light around here somewhere. There's a little mat in there, but when you lift it, which I can't do because I don't have enough hands, you'll find absolutely no rust. Maybe you can see where the rear wing meets the inner wing, I'm not sure. But you can certainly see up around the boot lid. Same story. Even along that lip, no rust, and I know these corners can be rust spots. There's nothing really there. I'm assuming, probably completely incorrectly, that the car has just spent so much time in the dry, it was put away before any damage was really done. It's the same story on this side. Wings, clean, good. This one's got a lot of cracking here, which you might be able to see. Might not be able to see. It looks like it's just the paint. It looks like there's maybe a layer of filler in there, but it's, I don't know, I think it's very, very old, if it's in any way other than factory. The wing looks like it's just been maybe used to lift when it came off the chassis or something like that. But as you follow it up, there is not many dents, dings at all, and as I say, staring directly into that super bright light doesn't help. I come around, the vent flap's gone, but you know, well, it's not gone, it's there, it's just not connected. Yeah, so on the whole it's pretty gosh darn good. A lot of the wiring and stuff still in there, so that'll also have to come out before painting somewhere in the next few years. But the point in this was, those dings around the back, I'm thinking about just keeping them. I kind of like the fact that the car is, it's kind of like showing its age. That one might be a bit big right enough, you get quite a good view there, it's catching the light. That one might be a bit excessive, I might have to remove that one. But I kind of like the little dings. I'm going to run it as a, I'm going to put aero screens on it rather than a windshield. So I might keep the dings in it, I might not go to too much extent. Yeah, so that was a really brief tour of the body shell. I'll try and block out the sun. The chassis here is back to just the chassis. I've taken all the suspension off, there was no bushes or anything in it. No biggie, so I'm kind of stalled on progress at the moment. As you can see, it's got a nice fresh coat of paint on it. Didn't go mad, just scuffed it up, gave it a coat of paint. Yeah, and that's it. So I'm kind of stalled for progress because I'm waiting on bits and stalled for progress. I don't have enough to do. So I'm waiting on bits and pieces because I want to do one or two things at a time. I don't want to go crazy and start, I don't know, ripping out trim or pulling electrics off the car or anything just now. I want to get the chassis up and rolling. I don't want to get confused and do side issues or anything else. So this is still priority number one. I actually went to a spring shop today and they wanted an extraordinary amount of money to rebuild the rear springs. Way like twice the price of catalogue for new springs. So I might put the springs back on, load them up and see what it looks like, or just bite the bullet and get new ones. I'm not too sure. Doesn't seem to be that many spring shops can rebuild leaf springs anymore. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Clean chassis, clean body shell. It's just they're in two different places at the same time. And the engine, I know we kind of chatted about that briefly. It's tucked in the back here with the sump sitting on top. You can see, maybe you can't see. It's going to be a bit of a pain. I can't lift the sump. Don't have enough hands, unfortunately. You can't see, but the pistons are still in it. The crank's still in it. I've not checked, but I'm almost certain the camshaft's going to be still in there. It seems like it would be more painful to take that out. Yeah, don't know what to do with that yet, but that's what it looks like just now. And yeah, these aren't legal. Quality. Anyway, that's a little half update while I'm waiting. So there you go.